Welcome back to Shad's Garage. We're going to do a cam unboxing video now. And you kind of know what that means, but we'll get into that later. So let's see what they sent me. I got an old crane cam. I don't know what date it's from. I would assume the 80s. But it's just it's like the kind of a copy of an HP cam by what I run on the cam card. I'm not too good at that, but it's got a 292 duration. I think it's got a 480, 490-ish lift on it. So it'll be all right little cam for my. Well, we'll get to that. Well, let's see what they sent me. What are you doing, Ollie? Huh? Ollie the shop dog. He's gotten bigger. Ollie the shop dog. Hey, bub. Ollie, what are you doing? You're a dickhead. Alright. See ya. Like I said, it's new old stock. I think it's the way to go with this stuff anymore. I don't know what all this stuff is, but probably the cam card, and there's some old vintage stickers in there. And here's the cam card. I don't know what any looks like. Let's get it straightened out here. Looks like, best as I can tell, on the valve exhaust 494, 467. I don't know what any of that means. Well, here's a date on this. Crane cams. Duration. I don't know. It's not, like I said, I looked a little bit better. 290, 278. I don't know which number to use. Probably the 290, I guess. Bottom did, so I don't know what any of this means, but by what I looked it up, it's like an HP cam for big block Chrysler. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Got some old stickers. Guess I can put those on the window and gain 25 horsepower just from the stickers. But the cam looks pretty good for being around a while. We'll look it over better, but I don't see nothing crazy. I mean, I'll definitely take a Scotch-Brite to it. Or maybe some crocus cloth. Here's, oh, it's just some grease. Well, that's pretty cool. What about this? Yeah, looks like just more grease. I don't know what it's got on the end here. Wrong end. One bolt. Thank God. I was kind of worried about that. It said one bolt, but there's a number on that. It's upside down. Where was it made? Oh, this says Crane. Whatever that means. Like I said, I don't know too much about this. I've only built a couple engines. I've built some Harley engines, Sportster engines. Never had no problem with those. When I was a kid, I built a 283 Chevy. And I just put stuff in it and run it. I run it all summer. Probably had a couple thousand, 3,000 miles on it, and never had a problem. But we're gonna get into this. I had a failure, and I don't think it was a cam. I think it was more of a lifter issue. It's probably my fault. I didn't spend up for lifters. If you see my other video, I give about 90 bucks for them. Probably a bad thing to do, but the braking went good. The braking went good on this engine. You can see I got green stuff in the oil. I put zinc additive in it, and I put some but Lucas lube on it, but the lifter's screwed up. You can see it scratched up the cam. But we're back to this. Great. But you know, it didn't completely shell the lifters. I've got one, and I'll show it later in a video. One lived out of 16. One lived. The rest of them are just kind of galled up. I got about 50 miles out of this car, and then it decided to start tippy tap tapping. So I took it off, looked, everything was spinning, took the lifters out, they were all galled, and I had some shiny stuff in my oil. So I'm gonna be taking the whole engine apart. So we'll get to see that, see what a 50-mile engine looks like with brand new everything except the cam. I don't believe the cam was the issue. On old cam, new lifters went ahead and put the stuff on it. I don't know. Well, only thing I think is it took too long to turn over. I used the wrong stuff. I should have used the Molly lube instead of that sticky slime. But there it is. And then once I round up the money for at least lifters, and then we'll get into this. I'm gonna get some Johnsons or new old stock, but they're getting hard to find. But that's the update on the 68 Charger, and looks like at least we've got a good cam. It's old. I'll have to see what year it's from. I would assume the 80s just by looking at it. Looks 80-ish to me. Stickers, they're the most important thing. Cam card again, I'll look at it. There it is, update. New video coming. There's always gonna be a video coming on this car, I think. My fault. I believe it's my fault. Well, stay tuned, I reckon. Bye, like and subscribe.